So which one the non-metal which is lightest element? Hydrogen. Then difference between metals and non-metals. We have read in this paragraphs. So same lines we will speaking again. Metals have shining surface. Non-metals have dull surface. Then metals have high density. Non-metals have low density. Then metals have high melting point and non-metals have low melting point. Metals have high boiling point. Non-metals have low boiling points. Then metals are ductile, used to make wires, and non-metals are non-ductile. Metals are malleable, used to make sheets. Non-metals non-malleable. Then seventh point, metals good conductor of heat and electricity, and non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Then metalloids. So metalloids are present in between metals and non-metals. Metalloids are present in between metals and non-metals. So that's why we are saying it metalloids, because they show properties that are to some extent metallic as well as non-metallic. That's why it is called metalloids. So examples: boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, etc. Noble or inert gases. The noble or inert gases which that do not react chemically with the other elements. They never react with other elements, okay, and they are stable. They always in stable state. They never react with any other element itself. That's why it is known as noble or inert gases. Examples: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. This is about classification of elements. Then how can we write elements? The symbols of elements. All chemists used pictorial symbols to represent different elements which were difficult to recall and were limited in numbers. So all chemists, जो old one scientist, they given the name of the element in the pictorial form. Pictorial forms means come on page number 21. So these are pictorial. They given the name of element like this. Make the picture and then we can show the name of element. So it is very difficult for us to learn these elements name. So then modern science, come on again, page number 19. The modern chemical symbols are form of shorthand, the abbreviated form of the name of the element, one or two letters. Now our scientist made the element's name in one or two letters. Such symbols are used all over the world and are easier to write instead of their complete names. So instead of their complete names we can write its a short form. So in any word we can write the same word. So how can we write, and who is discovered this? J.J. Berzelius. So also learn this name, J.J. Berzelius, chemist J.J. Berzelius, who developed the system of symbol being used today. And how can we use this system? Number 1. The symbol of the most common elements, mainly non-metals, use the first letter of their English name. So non-metals name like this. Examples are given at the backside: hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen. These non-metals. The non-metals are starting from the first letter. So in the place of hydrogen we can write simple H. So always in capital letter. So we can write hydrogen like this, boron B, then C carbon, N nitrogen, O oxygen, fluorine, P phosphorus, S sulfur, I iodine. So first letter of their name we can write. In place of iodine we can simply write I. So second point, if the name of the element has the same initial letter as another element, then the symbol uses the first and second letter of their English name like this. If we have hydrogen, we written here H. Other element is also having HeILum, helium. So how can we write again H? So we can't know who won the hydrogen and who won the helium. So that's why we have taken here first two letters. Here we have taken only H. So when we want to write helium, so we can't write H again. So we will take the two words H and small e, helium. Clear? Then third one is, the examples are given: helium, lithium, boron, neon, aluminium. Third point, if